We are here, y'all. We are live. Finally, we have made it. For y'all that don't know, I am Devin. We are here with United Black Ellument. Y'all know UBE exists to enable young, black, same-gender loving men to fulfill their greatest potential for good, okay? We want all of us to be great. We look out for one another, come together, support one another. We are here because Legendary is back, y'all. Legendary is back.
First of all, what is going on? I said, why are they on? It was the background for me.
We can hear all of that.
Oh, wait.
Thank you. Yes, hear all of it. It's like, that's
we are back. So tonight I'm joined here with AJ and CJ. Y'all want to introduce yourselves? Who y'all are?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, there we go.
Say it again, Deb.
Just introduce the people. Tell them who you are. Introduce yourself to the people. My bad. Not introduce the people.
What's going on, y'all? I'm AJ Walker. I also am with UB, social media coordinator and outreach.
Okay. And CJ.
Hello, I am CJ Wallace. I'm also with UBE. I'm doing the social media and outreach as well.
And then we are joined by none other than Miss Season 1 herself, Mrs. Perry. How you doing, baby?
I'm chill. How y'all doing?
We good. We good. It's good to see you. I ain't seen you in so long. And it's the new girl on the block. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. How are you guys?
I want to talk about you. Did you know? You gonna introduce yourself? Or you just gonna sit there?
Hey y'all. I'm Levine Demure Versailles.
Hey, and now we are joined by Tonka, Garçon. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to have you with us.
I'm good. Thank y'all. I love being the key. So that was a key moment. I'm sorry. I'm glad y'all laughed, but I'm good.
We can always laugh. Okay. But yeah, so the premiere was today. We had our grand march. That is what the category is for the first. We got 3 episodes, actually. We got 3 full episodes. It was a lot. I had to sit there oh, okay, we're going to talk about this. So gotta watch it. But so it was fun. They split it into 2 episodes. So we got 5 houses at a time. And then the bottom 2 houses had to battle to go home. So they was ready to get rid of girls this season because season 1 nobody went home the first.
No,
they was ready. They said, "Girls, Corona, y'all got to go. We ain't got budget to keep y'all here that long. Y'all got to go. Y'all got to go."
They sure did.
They look like they upped the budget on the fashions though. That looked like that was a little, they went a little higher than last. Even though last season was good, no shade, it was good. The fashions was good, but they looked like they took their time a little bit more. This time they didn't seem as rushed.
Exactly. No shade.
And then another thing I want to say, there's no audience. So I feel like the energy is a lot different this season. I want to point that out.
Yes, we were pulling energies from the sun to the moon to from the booty hole. Like we were pulling energy. Like it was no shade. We were just trying to find the energy, create our own energy, be our own energy, and uplift each other. We didn't have nothing but us, the judges, and them cameras.
Yeah, that's it. And that's hard, because there's nothing to pull from. There's nothing to really take any momentum from. It's just you and them in a silent room. Well, not a silent room. Can y'all hear the music that well in that room?
We can definitely hear the music. Most definitely hear the music.
So I'm like, maybe with people you didn't hear this.
It felt like I was in the rain. It was just like boom. It was like woo. All right.
Oh, is that loud?
It's time to go.
Man.
But yes, okay. So grandma, huh?
No, I was saying I like when the music like that.
Yeah, then you feel it. It's supposed to make you feel it. But okay, so our first house up was, who was that?
Orichi.
Orichi. Oh, I said that all wrong. What y'all thought? What y'all thought?
Well, they scored a 36 out of 40 from what I got. I didn't have too much notes on them.
I felt the same.
So yeah, I didn't have too much notes on them. I like the Laura.
There he is. He done made it in the room.
Hey. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, I didn't have much about it either. It had a strong beginning and a strong end, but the middle was kind of I didn't remember what was going on.
Yes.
So it was who's y'all's? Well, we're gonna go through first. Let's go through. So we gonna go through this. So after them, Balenciaga came out. And then that's when I felt like the tone was really set.
Mm-hmm.
Because they came through. And they came through hard on that first episode.
Now, Devin, I'm sorry to cut you off, baby.
Go ahead.
So, because the Paris face is telling a story, involving, Vogue, you tell a story.
Her face in that story.
What it gave season 1 Legendaries to Paris? What it gave, baby?
You know what? We be over here psyching. But with the Balenciagas, okay, so I feel like with everybody on season 2, the expectation was a lot higher because we the whole new season. And specifically with the House of Balenciaga, because they had money, the
expectation was set high.
My expectation was high, and not only that, you already got a glimpse that is a lot of favoritism going on in the show. And I say that because right off the bat, they like, you couldn't is that Chanel, but girl, it was obvious is the sky is blue. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if y'all gonna be fair, judge them fairly on what you've seen. That was a mistake. That was an error. There's no way that they should have got scored what they got scored.
So y'all think their score was too high?
I think that they like Balenciaga, like their whole house, like the performance girls are there. Like you got Legendary Jupiter, you got Khalif, you got Honey, like the girls are there. And when they came on the stage, like it was just an excitement. Like they actually brought it, like the music, like everything they brought. Like this is the first day, this is the first time that we're showing us on the show. I feel like they definitely did what they were supposed to do. And even with the small minor mistake or whatever, like how they handled themselves, like with that, I felt like it was to pay. But they definitely, they scored right.
So
right.
I'm sorry. So in my
Go ahead, Tonka.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's like it's a whole different vibe doing this whole Zoom thing, those string yard things. So it's like okay. But my opinion, Orichi's love Orichi's hand down. To me, for as far as Grand March, they showed enough, but it didn't show enough. Which to me, with Grand March, you want to show who you are and what you can do. But sometimes, if you pull back a little bit, like kind of give them something to expect more or for you to grow. That's how I look at it. Just give enough to make it to be effective, and you can get that high score. Um, but I love Orichi. Balenciaga, now girl, there's no shade. How they set it up, it was cute, and how Honey came in, it was cute, and even how Shannon, came in at the last minute, it was cute. But then now the real tea. Real tea.
We here.
If you really catch, now we wasn't there for their recording because how they did it, they split it. Episode 2 we recorded first. Episode 1 we recorded second.
I said it felt like that. It looked like that.
So when it was told to me, it was like flat. She just fell on her face and XYZ. So now I was like, well, damn, she really felt like that. Dude. It's like, well, why they got a high score? But now I'm seeing it on TV and seeing how her dress train, whatever that was, got caught up in Honey's shoe.
Yeah.
So Honey was to blame for it. But it was unintentional, of course. But it was Honey. It was kind of like, okay, why they still get that high score? But hey, y'all love how she recovered. It's gonna be a lot of recoveries this season that you guys will see. But I guess they like how she recovers, and it gave that that high score. Kudos. So a lot, maybe that's a new thing about him. If you have a slip up or fall, whatever, don't show cover up as fab. You still get that high score. You still get that grand prize. Okay.
I mean, it is about the recovery. I mean, and I think by the time she fell, they had already displayed so much that it was kind of like at the end. I mean, but she still at the end of the day she failed. She definitely failed. So, I mean, I don't know who's to blame for that. At the end of the day, they still got their scores. So they still got it. They made it through.
What about that House of Lux?
That's what I'm saying. House of Lux is next. They came through. And yeah.
It's kind of sad what happened with Ja.
Yeah.
But yes, that is very sad. So I mean, like episode 1,
Didn't even get to perform.
it's unfortunate.
So I had a question for y'all. So like, when you guys, how many times do you guys get to rehearse before the show goes live?
You talking about live that day or before?
Both.
So before, okay. So how set up? Savion, you want to talk about that?
I'm sorry, guys.
It's fine. It's good.
We saw, but we won't go there yet. But like as far as like
What's that echo?
I think the practice was like when we were in quarantine at first, like what, like 10 days? Was it 10 days or a week? It was a week, right? Seven days. We were in quarantine for 7 days, and then once we were out of quarantine for like the Grand March, then we started the process. And truthfully speaking, like it was like a week and a half, maybe, or even was it even that long? It was like a week and a half, yeah. And it wasn't like it sounds great, but you're in the room for hours. It's like, what you gonna get done in an hour? Like, you literally still kind of have to like do everything from video. So it was really difficult at first because the challenge was now not like just coming up with choreo and trying to get everybody on the same page with everything, but it was like, so where are we gonna practice at? Because of quarantine, now we can't go to each other's rooms. There's certain spaces we can't be in. It was just like it was a lot because of COVID, like a lot.
Hmm.
It just made it a little bit more difficult. I'm not sure how it was last season, but it was just like everything was like, no, you can't do that, COVID. Oh, can we go to somebody's room? No, you can't do that, COVID. It can't be more than like two of y'all in the room. You have to have the door open. It's like, what? A door open? Like, and you had to have a mask on. Yes, you had to have a mask on if you were going to somebody else's room to practice that was on your team, and the door had to be open. And you're in the hall with everybody. So it's like, how do we do this?
But then when you performing, y'all right next to each other, touching on each other. So I mean, what sense does it really make?
It doesn't.
None of it ever made sense.
I don't
All
think
these
like
protocols
any
wild.
of those protocols really ever made sense anywhere. But okay, that's different. So y'all had you said like basically a week for the first one, but then in between time, for
It
going.
was like a week and a half, yeah.
Okay.
But after that, it went down to like less than a week. It was like more like 5 days.
That sounds like more time than y'all got.
I like
That sound like
No,
more
I
time than
heard that the Paris. I heard that. No shade. I heard that the Paris. Oh,
yeah, I was running around time. We had balls every 4 days, so we literally had like 2 days to come up with choreography. Third day was camouflage.
y'all better than me.
Lucky.
yeah.
Kinda.
You become a slave to rehearsal. But on top of that, it's like, on top of rehearsing, you have to film all reality and you have to film everything else that doesn't get used. And it's like looking at the first show, it's like, damn, we filmed a lot for this to use now. Like,
Yeah.
damn, y'all didn't use none of that? Like, I don't see none of that. Like damn.
So
But
I
what's
keep
some of
getting
the stuff?
kicked out.
What was some of the stuff that got cut out? Like, what was some of the stuff that we missed?
Like the house interview, our house interview, to me, it was very, like, you really felt the family aspect of Garçon. Like just the question, the vibe alone, it was like, it was given very much your cousin, nephew, niece, grandma, auntie, mom, dad type of vibe where y'all had a family reunion. And it was really giving that vibe. And we looked good, but it was just kind of like, well, with the editing, I can see where they wanted to focus more on my house sister, Egypt, and her brother, like how they ended it, which no kudos, how they ended it and went straight to the performance. I was like, okay, that was over. And then how they just introduced us, I was like, that was cute. No, that was kind of cute. But we really had good commentary in our interview, and it was like really family, family oriented. Like we, as a brand, are a family, and we was really like just showing our passion and heart towards one another. So it was like really natural.
Whew. So after Lux, since then nobody had nothing to say about them, it didn't sound like anybody had anything to say. No.
No,
so it's not really like that because Nemo was actually
Yeah.
my first father.
Y'all.
Like he was the person that actually taught me how to vote. Like
I,
back in North Carolina years and years and years ago. Like hours in the living room, like hours drilling it. Before anybody else was like, "Oh, Savion, like it's cool for you to vote." Like he was the first person to be like, "If you don't want to be a sex siren, then go vote. Go do what makes you happy." But it was just good, honestly, to be in a competition with him, having known him for so long. Um, as far as the performance, it wasn't bad. that injury happened at a very pivotal part, and I don't think that like you really understand or get to see that. Like it was days before, like literally that day before, like maybe 2, 3 days before when that happened, and they still didn't know if he was going to be able to perform or not, and none of us knew either. Like we literally found out like maybe the day before that they were going to be missing a member, and everybody found out on the day of that he was going home.
Right.
If I can be very frank about it, this how Nemo, is his first father ballroom. Nemo is one of my grands. So to see him, I was gagging. I was like, oh, okay. And to see the lineup of that group, I was like, this is very interesting. So for those of parents that know Nemo in Dallas, Nemo is very, like, his creativity is kind of like, where did he get that from? So it's kind of like, okay, he put this together. Okay, it was it was different, and I love Nemo for that because, excuse me, I love Nemo for that because he tried to think of something that nobody has really done, and it makes sense to him, and sometimes it might not make sense to people. So ultimately, I saw that they were trying to like a little steampunk type of theme for their Grand March. I just wish that the outfit made sense with their. Can y'all hear that back there?
It's not that bad.
Okay. So I wish the theme pump storyline and their clothing matched with their choreography. Like I said, like he said, it wasn't too bad for me. Honestly, I just know when you're there, you never know what the judges is really going to say. My tagline is blame it on production, honey. There's no shade. Never know what the judges are going to say. Blame it on production.
I agree with that because production is a lot. Because you can tell, like, even with like battles and stuff, like we didn't see half of what was actually happening. Like you can tell that, like, I'm like, why are they focusing on this one person or one spot? And then y'all showing the judges. Don't nobody want to see the judges? Why these people over here battling? Like, why are we looking at the judges? So it's stuff like that I'm like, okay. So I blame it on production. That's a good one. blame it on production. So after Lux, Miss Chanel, they have apparently wearing plaid on the first episode is not a good idea.
Yeah.
So apparently wearing plaid is not only a good idea, but repeating the plaid that went home first wasn't a good idea either. Like I didn't understand it. I also didn't understand that like they came on the show with all of these legends, like and I was like,
That's what got me.
Yeah, the expectations was set high, and I don't think they got to the bar at all.
Yeah, they said they had 3 legends.
All of it. Huh?
I don't think they like even like made it past their own expectation. I'm sure they expected themselves to do better, and so they even lived up to that. I don't think like I don't think they really realized like what kind of competition it was. Um, but again, like they kept saying this over and over to us, like in like the first once we got like out of quarantine, like when we first started to like see everybody. Like everybody kept saying to us, you guys had the luxury of seeing season 1. That's a luxury. They set a standard for you. Understand that standard. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It's so simple. Like you're supposed to raise the bar, and it was like honestly, it felt like watching Saint Laurent all over again. honestly, I would have kept Savion over there.
They're gonna take that water. Don't let it flow.
Yeah.
Well, for me, the icon of House of Chanel, that critique about the repeated bad type of look, I agreed. There was a repeat, and there's no shade, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. As far as the performance wise, I was kind of shocked that you had the legendary Cookie, Alana, Angel, and then you have this new Midwest girl who's very soft and cut and sexy, Amari, and it's like for us, you know, I know people wasn't expecting too much from us, but I was really like, oh, they really gonna turn it because, you know, and the critique saying that Cookie, another big boy who lost weight, you know, shout out to Cookie, you know, for him to shine and get that critique, I was like, damn, I was really kind of like rooting for y'all, but I can just see like the nervousness, so I can feel what Alana. That's her name, Alana, right? I want to make sure I'm saying, babe, I'm bad with names. I'll get to my nickname quick. But I want to make sure, not make sure, but I was like seeing like, oh, bitch, me and Alana feeling the same way. It's like, oh, girl, she must got the same itinerary we got, and she gagged when she got on stage. So it was like she didn't recover. And I was like, okay, I can see the nerves. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Damn, Chanel. Oh, well.
Oh, well. I mean, that's basically what happened is you can see everything on their face. Like everything. And it's one of those, it's TV, girl. Like it's not, I think that's what people like, you know, ballroom is ballroom, but like you doing this for TV. Like it's a little different. It's not a million people in the room. You doing this for the cameras, and so angles and other things and things like that, and the expression on your face is going to really matter.
Yeah, no shade, but you could tell that they were thinking and that they were concentrating like the whole time to make sure that they didn't miss steps. And one thing that I noticed, and it's no shade, but for Father Chanel at the end, it's like that last little step that he had, it was like off, and I was like, oh.
Nah.
And I was just like, but that's it.
But they got a they had a 22.
Is that what they got?
It was like 22 out of 40. Yeah, it wasn't good.
They got a 22.
Yeah, it wasn't good. She says, "Is that what they got?"
That is what they got.
They did. They ended up in the bottom. Oh wait, we got one more house. Was it Montclair? They came out right.
The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
They were supposed to come out. I feel like that's how you supposed to. Yeah, the Mighty Montclair Power Rangers.
I just wrote Power Rangers and yes.
Like that was it. That was it. Because it was cute. It was good to see Tati on there too. It was good to see a lot of stuff with them. I expect a lot from them though, so they're gonna have to bring it moving forward.
It was the little demo combo they did for me. Like
The what?
They did a breakdown. It's like when they were doing this little dub walk, like they did this little thing. I was like, okay, we see it. We know it. It's porcelain.
It's porcelain.
It was a silhouette challenge part 2 for me.
That was it was real cute. Like from beginning, like instantly, I was like, okay, like this is what we giving. Okay.
And the reason why I said part 2 because we did part 1.
Oh,
we got to see y'all second. See,
they set y'all up.
They set y'all up. They did it first.
Blame it on
Yeah, but we used the right color though. It's supposed to be good.
Ooh. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
I appreciate about this season 2, girl. Y'all didn't waste no time being nasty. Bitch, the Reeds was already flying. I said,
See, no. That's again, that's production. Like, because half of that stuff, I was like, I said that. I didn't say that right then. Like, I did not say that right then. Y'all had moved that over there like that, like that. Oh, and I
You know
think
that's how
Tonka
that
was
works, though.
y'all. When
They put
Tonka
the right
y'all,
word.
why was that before we even performed? That was before anybody performed. I remember talking to that guy before anybody performed. I was like, they use that as a response. Oh, Tonka.
They want to make me have to be the villain. They want me to be the villain so bad. I was gagging. I was watching the episode this morning for work, and I was in there laying on the bed, like, good, some queen, real woman, just sit there. And I looked up and I heard, excuse me, I got a yarn. And I was like, wait, the projects before, but did I say that during that performance or they were just, I was confused that baby, I was tired. And I was like, that's me naturally saying, excuse me, I got a yarn. And I was like, bitch, I got a yarn right now.
I had that sitting in the rooms waiting forever to perform. Have you sitting back there all day on hold, and then you gotta wait for your turn. People asking me why I didn't tuck, and it's like, well, baby, I wasn't gonna sit in no tuck all day, so I needed a little air to breathe. But
Okay.
Tonka was tired, you know, so he had a yawn on camera.
And they put it where they wanted, where they felt it fit best.
It
It,
fit.
it was right. It was right on time. It was right on time. So Chanel and Lux ended up being in the bottom two. They battled. They threw Becky and who was on Chanel?
Angel.
Angel. Becky and Angel. And y'all agree with the decision that Becky won? Y'all think Becky?
From what they allowed us to see.
Right. Because they didn't show Angel damn near at all.
Yeah.
Really at all.
I wasn't able to like get into Angel because it was like literally no camera on her. And I was really upset because Angel is one of my favorite role players. So it's like, I was like, damn, I wish we could have like gotten to see like the talent that Angel brings to the floor, like on camera. Like I was kind of disappointed in that. And that wasn't our show. So,
And I feel
yeah.
like they had time. The first episode was only like 47 minutes. They had time to add a little bit more. Or at least, like I said, take the judges out.
Or to give a wider angle.
I'm gonna have y'all saying this for the rest of this recap season. It gave good. What's going on over there?
Yeah, and I'm like, and the thing is, y'all don't even have an audience to work around. Y'all don't have nothing but space to do this.
It's giving good.
It's
What's
still
going over there? It's giving people at your mama's house door. It's just fight down the street like, good. What's going on over there? It's really giving that. It was like, and when you backstage watching, it's like, what's going on? Girl, what's going on? Like, what is y'all doing? Like, this, like, if it was ballroom, like, there's no shade. Compares you being the drag performance, I love that. You being a drag performance, like it's kind of like, well, girl, you focused on this battle, like, girl, bitch, I'm over here in my she could have boop. Keep telling you woman, it's like, girl, why y'all pinning this way? And she ain't did nothing but just a little half turn split, and bitch, I done gave a whole combo, and it's like pin it back this way.
or at least you go eye shot.
But it's giving, girl, what's going over there and blame no production.
I'll say it was very reminiscent of, honestly, these are two of my favorite battles from season one. When's the Paris battle, and I felt like she should have stayed. And also when Wilma battled, and I was like,
yes,
did we just watch the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
What? We all watch the same thing? Did we watch the same thing? We couldn't have watched the same thing, because if we watched the same thing, baby,
that's
it would have been a
crazy.
different result. Like, Okay.
Okay, I agree. So we gonna blame
Happy to
it
be here.
on. I'm just happy to be.
On
Yes,
production.
blame
And
it
by
all.
the way, if they have food like my house chapter here provided food for me and Savion for this watch party, we've been fine. You know, we've been great. But they want us to suffer
Y'all don't have no
and
food.
be shady. And,
They said
and be,
They said the food wasn't good season 1 either.
no, season 2 food was over. No shade. It was over.
What
Look up,
break it down? So I eat just like vegetables and meatless food. So
I became vegan during the show, but it was over during the process. Before it was over. But even switching to vegan, I was like, okay, I still can do my 1, 2, 3 while I'm on set. But it gave on show day, it gave very like crafty clothes, shut down. This is what we got right here, and this is what time y'all eating. And it's like, well, damn, we get on set, they barely want to give you breakfast depending on what time you get there. Mind you, like when the first couple houses was there, we were getting fed, breakfast. But baby, soon it started trickling down. It gave like, go get your own breakfast. It was like, well, bitch, you asked us to be downstairs for a glam. We see him trying to put the makeup on and be ready, and y'all can't even give us no breakfast. We came in Uber Starbucks. Y'all want to bitch your mom about that? Oh no, man.
Wait,
we know
they
where
had
the
a problem with delivery service too.
You know what, COVID? They try to. They try.
Even with contactless delivery.
Blame it on Covina, honey. Covina, shut down everything.
Lord have mercy.
So episode 2. Now we finally moving on. Episode 2,
Finally,
which was really episode 1, right?
part 2.
Part 2, but it was part 1, but part 2, or whatever. So Prodigy came out first. They was in their little boxer outfits. It was cute. The look was
over. I live for that motherfucking look. Jason looks sickening.
I agree. The look was
that was over. It was an idea that was not done on TV. That was cute.
Okay.
I'll say I really don't have anything bad to say about Prodigy. I really don't. Oh, is it Paris coming back?
Okay, let me just give y'all the full disclosure of how I felt when I watched this whole thing. Like,
okay.
From front to end, I wasn't impressed. And I wasn't impressed because it wasn't because of y'all. I feel like production really did fail y'all. If y'all look, the executive producers from season 1 were not the same executive producer that we had season 2, which I feel like Jane played a major key role in what would have been a different result, as in how they put this season together. When it came down to the houses, I was not impressed because, again, like, we already had a whole season. You know what I mean? Everybody had their opinion. Y'all saw what the show gave. Y'all saw what it's supposed to give. So, for one, when all of the casting came out and they released the casting, I'm not one for... I didn't really feel like some of the teams, Balenciaga, Prodigy, even with the Garçons, like, having... those parental figures in play, I feel like play against y'all. If y'all didn't learn anything from season 1, the thing and the basic critique that Lavigne got was, yes, their house gave y'all everything y'all needed. However, as a cohesive unit, Erica was always that lacking factor. You know what I mean? Because all she could do was sell you face. So with the Prodigies, bitch, you had everybody, the production was over. And then here you go, giving Lavigne, introducing Jason at the end, because she can't really, she can't do too much. So to me, it was like, why would y'all sacrifice, your house possibly taking it all away because y'all, the way that y'all decide to cast y'all house. You know what I'm saying? I granted, yes, everybody wants the opportunity to be on TV, X, Y, and Z. but it really did play a key factor in this season. Like, you know, I just feel like I wouldn't have went that route. And with the Prodigies, that I feel like that was their downfall. They just did the same thing. Balenciaga came out the same thing. They had everybody come out. Then here comes Shannon. You know, Prodigy, same thing. At least with the Garçons, bitch, Sasha is a pageant girl. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I know Miss Mama can get down if she needs to get down. But like I said, with the Prodigy, it was just like, girl, why would y'all have Jason? Not, you know, nothing against my grands. I love Jason Down, but come on now. This is not that, and this is not that. You know what I'm saying? And it got them in the bottom. So
Well, that's the rundown. That's how she feels. Then the Milans came out, you know, the gold standard, all in gold and whatnot. No?
I was living for my golden sisters because Jocelyn
I was
and Marlene.
I like it. Yeah.
myself to get them right on
High energy.
I thought they did all right.
from the get go. It was just it's like gold standard. Like if you're gonna do a gold standard, can the gold pieces look like something other than spray paint? And I think I said everything was spray painted.
I didn't feel like the swords matched the performance in their case. Like I didn't see it, but
You didn't see it. So what would you have
Then
given
we
them?
try to read us about our scores. You know,
right.
Bang,
Right.
B, bang, bang, B. The way I was feeling, the whole yeah, and it's giving like yeah.
Yeah. It was enough for me for Mulan, no shade. Milan.
So it's a chop. One chop? Two chops?
So can I ask you, what would y'all scores
No.
would have been for them?
No, I'm not gonna say chop because, like I said, Marlene, I love her spicy attitude. Jocelyn was very elegant, even with us showing his old way. Like I appreciate that, so I'm not gonna take away from them contributing that factor. Excuse me, into their performance. But other than that, when Jocelyn said, "Oh, we're safe," it was like, "Well, girl."
You would have gave it a 6. It's a
Tonka
6.
and Savion, what would y'all would have given them?
When
Well, I would have given him a strong 7.
just because Jocelyn said, "Oh, we safe," I'm gonna give it a 6.
Well, I had wrote down a 7, so
A 7 is the number of completion, so you know.
you at least passed. It's like a 70. It's like a C.
Absolutely. It's a C.
It's a C. It's like a C. Okay, so after that, you see it. So after that, we had y'all, and you can ask them. Before y'all even came out, I knew what it was finna give.
He did.
I said it out loud. I said, "Oh, the Garçons, they finna be sexy as hell," and that's literally all y'all did. I mean, not all y'all did, but that's the route y'all went.
Like out the gate.
Like every Garçon I know is sex appeal. Like, even if that's not their category, that's not what they're trying to give. That's what they give.
I wrote sexy and smooth. Those are my
in all caps on paper. I wrote fine as hell.
Ooh, but y'all did really good.
All right.
So y'all came out. Paris, how you feel? How you feel on the Garçons?
How you really feel?
You gotta be like, are you gonna listen to an icon or what? Now let me stop. The Garçons, no shade. For one, I found it very interesting that y'all had a lineup of runway walkers. If y'all don't really know these people's history or their resumes in ballroom, the House of Garçon was mainly made up of runway walkers on their team, along with a pageant ruler and a sex siren, right? So the fact that when y'all production started, bitch, the fact that y'all was voguing. Y'all heard that for me. No shade. And then not only did y'all do that, the fact that in y'all house march, it pays so much tribute to what y'all house standard is, which is sex. You know what I mean? Like everybody that know Garçon, like y'all are the standard of sex. No shade. So the fact that y'all not only incorporated all five, and then y'all also allowed the world to know what y'all represent as a house, I gave y'all 10s.
Okay, I did too.
10.
I was like, okay, I'm feeling this one.
I really did.
Look, okay. Y'all done set the bar high for yourselves.
Y'all did.
Y'all did. Really did. So then after y'all, we had Icon.
Um,
I'm gonna go first. I was living for a little TLC, little. What about your friends? You know, mixed with fan mail type of vibe
Uh-huh.
with a little gay. Um, love Cali Cat hands down. Jamil, they was my personal favorites along with Ziggy. Um, that's what I'm gonna say.
Well, I got something to say. So I wore heel. I, the body, the sex siren.
Mm-hmm.
I wore a heel in our queer march. I voted in the heel, and I dipped in the heel, and I landed my dip in the heel. The pair, you vogue in heels, and you land your dips in heels. I just noticed how the girls that were in drag did not land their dips in heels or out of heels,
Oh,
and I was confused. I was confused how they landed on the side of their bodies, and I was just confused and confuzzled.
co-
And while like it's no shade, like the performance was actually, I really actually liked their performance. It was just that one person that was just like not landing it on camera over
a couple of
and over.
times.
Not a couple, every time.
Let's see. Well,
Not
It
one was
was no,
landed.
it
that
was for me.
that's it was a no. No. What? Okay. So if we giving Icon scores, what we giving?
A strong 5.
Okay.
I wrote a 6.
I gave it 6 too.
I was a Paris. I gave a 5.
I'm about to say, girl, no, you're not gonna make me seem like I'm the law on the panel. No shit.
No, I gave a 5 too.
I mean, it wasn't. It didn't do nothing for me. I was just trying to be nice. It was week one.
They get a 4 because of the house father, Jamil, and they get a 4 because of Kylie and Ziggy. That's it. First.
But I feel like the performance to me didn't deserve that such a low of a score like that. No shade. Um, no shade. No shade. I mean, they could have got scored like close to Milan, but like just to have those fours down, I was like, that's a bit trying because compared to our performance and their performance, they was voguing, even though the girl didn't lay her dips. And the performance, you talking about the performance or you talking about the battle?
You're talking about the performance.
I'm talking about the performance. We didn't get that.
I mean,
Oh.
really both though. It was really both.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying
No,
to
but
remember. Because, like I said, I don't want to be honest and to be frank. They could have got 6 and 7s and not a 4.
I gave him a 6. Like it was y'all gave I gave like the extra point was for the effort. They really did try.
I will say this. I will say this. Their energy was like amazing.
Yeah, that's what they were trying. They weren't landing what they were doing. It
But it's
didn't.
just like they just weren't landing it. That was it. That was the only issue. The only real issue is like them landing what they were doing.
It wasn't
Was
clean.
there. The choreography was there. Like everything was there. It was just like the execution. That was it.
It was lacking. It was lacking. And then final house, was it how y'all say it? Because I can't say it. I'm gonna fuck it up.
Is it Tishi?
Tishi? I don't want to say it wrong like they did on the show. Come on. Now bitch, I screamed when Gia came out. Like screamed. And then I was in my mind, I'm like, that's not the same. Because everybody else had the outfits from their promo. I'm like, that's not it. She had a whole different hair, whole different outfit. It wasn't giving that.
I put outfits were sickening.
But she looked great.
I like.
Look good.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be an honest bitch.
That's what we're here for.
Please tell it. Tell it.
They should got.
Love it.
You said they should got what?
What is it?
Was that a 3?
No. No, baby. No, baby. They should got a score from God. But no, I really enjoyed their performance. I really did. I really did. And what y'all didn't see on TV, how they critiqued it. Not critique, dude. That sounds like a new word. They critiqued Simone for looking down during her performance. And then how they, like, how you see on TV, like, I didn't see her look down as, like how they brought it out. So I was like, period. Exclamation point. And that's what they gave in their performance. It was like, I love their energy on the stage. Even on set, it gave like, we here for business. All that kumbaya, yeah, we're not here for all that. We're here for business.
Yeah, it's very, we here to dance for y'all, and that's it.
That's it. It gave very ebony tease, and it was cute, and I really enjoyed it. It was like, for our episode with them, it was kind of like, yeah, okay, yeah, we wouldn't mind if it was in second place. We wouldn't mind because they brought it.
They did.
Had it been anybody else.
No, I think when we got to the back song, it was like the realization of everybody else. We were the two houses on that episode. Everybody was like, "Oh, we gonna send them girls home. They gonna be in the bottom 2," and then we ended up in the top 2, and it was like, "Oh, hold on. Oh, these girls came to dance. Oh, wait, girl, hold on. We got problems." I think that's when they realized, like, we got problems here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got problems.
But y'all did. Y'all made them know it. So bottom 2 ended up being, who was it? Icon and Prodigy. And I didn't agree with this battle.
Let me get before back, David Devin. I love you, my little Ryan baby from Black Ink. I'm gonna call you that because
I'll take it.
I have a huge crush on Ryan. So that means let me take this over.
Okay.
Let me give a little history, little Prodigy history. We have the legendary Cam Prodigy from North Carolina. By the way, me and Savion are from North Carolina, so we represent North Carolina very well. Just back there, when I found out that it was in the bottom 2, I looked at Cam like, "Oh, you gonna fuck this up? Oh, you gonna fuck this up? I'm not worried about it. Do it for the Carolinas. We here. Me, you, Savion, Gillette, like, we here." Baby, he said deja vu.
No. Paul. First of all, let's go back. Let's get. Are we here to spill a little bit of the tea? Should I spill a little bit of the tea?
Just a little bit.
We like tea.
Tonka.
Right, we like it.
Tonka. Hank was getting ready back then.
What'd you say?
Hank was getting ready backstage. The legendary Hank was ready.
I would tell Cam to fuck it up.
You have nothing but team? You said one person that's not a legend on your team.
Don't get me wrong, Deja Vu fucked it up in New York, as far as her stretch and everything. But when it came to that battle, I was like,
It looked. Go ahead.
I was like, okay, just to be very frank. Like I said, I love Jason Down. I love Jason Down. I do. It gave, okay, we got Megan, Jamila, Laomi. Let me put Deja Vu on the floor. And, because not only she can vote, I'm not going to take away, she can vote. She got a nice stretch. But let me show that she's the only girl on my team. Let me put her out there and show that she can vote and show that, she's a woman. That's voting. And they gave very much that, which was, in my book, smart for TV. But when it comes down to a battle, no, man.
Yeah, I felt like Deja Vu was like a really amazing person, an asset to their team as far as like, you can use her in so many ways because of her talent, but she's not about that at the end of the day. And that was just that. Like, she isn't who I would like send out for a battle. And that's no shade. Like, she just isn't who I would send out for a battle. I'm gonna send out one of these legends. And I mean, like, you got Battle Cat legends of that. So why not?
Missed opportunities.
Well, let's just get off the prodigies for a little brief moment. Let's just get with the real nitty gritty of the
Let's
situation.
get down to the nitty gritty.
My
I did not agree about it.
every dip attempted was not. Girl,
Deja Vu could have
Not
stood there and
a
she still
dip.
won. It's no shade.
not a dip was landed on national TV. Every single one of them was missed.
I
Like,
mean, flat-footed. A flat-footed dip. It looked like somebody that had. That's how your girlfriend look when she like, "Oh, am I voguing? Who teach me how to dip?" That's how they look.
It was the effort. They saw the effort. They see her push more of her. Like, I want to be here, and they were trying to. I'm gonna shut my fat ass up because I was trying to be the devil's, advocate. But
Don't let them use you.
tell you if there was one thing that I just didn't understand it. Like every dip, it wasn't one or two. It was every dip. That's what was doing it for me. Yes, even though the Prodigy girl, I feel like she went wrong because she was too focused in one element. She stayed on the floor the whole time.
Very long time.
However, it's like, girl, this lady missed every dip, though. Everyone.
But there were some amazing dips.
What?
There were some amazing dips,
Okay.
That's what was said.
That's what was said.
Because at the end, as somebody who has already been through the experience, my thing was, maybe the girls was doing some things behind the scenes that production was ready to get rid of them. You know what I'm saying?
And it be production. Blame it on production. Good. What's going on over there? Because when you are doing something, I guess the judges are astonished about, and it's not shown on TV, and then it comes, y'all see that, it's like, Bingo, what's his name? Like, what's going on?
We were all kind of gagging, y'all. We all gagged a little bit because it was like,
Yeah, because when I saw the house lineup, they were never close to going home in the beginning when I first seen everybody. So I was kind of shook, and then even just watching it and seeing what happened, I didn't expect them to be going home
right.
so early.
I said the same exact thing when when they said projects went home. I gagged. I really gagged. I was like, wow. Even having a conversation with Jason, and I was like, yeah, but wow, y'all going home. It's like, no. I was really gagging about that because I was really ready to see what it was going to contribute to the competition. No shade. I really wanted the world to see the House Project because I'm a secret fan of them, and that's all tea and no shade. Like, I'm a really secret fan of the project because I love the performance squad. So I was kind of like gagging, but just off the show, not to take from the house, but just off of the show, just blame on production.
Yeah, I was really shocked to see them go. I was just like, I think initially once we realized when we got a chance to finally see who it was like, oh child, like Prodigy gonna stay for a while. So to see them go like episode 1, it was like, I think for me it was like, oh, this shit real. Like we fuck up, we going home tomorrow. Whoa.
Yeah. That's it. So they gone. So now Chanel gone, Prodigy gone. We have one more episode. One more. They gave us 3. It felt like a lot.
It did so much. Like, girl.
It was a lot. They could have held it. They could have held it.
They could have waited.
They could have waited. But on the 3rd episode, it was best dressed as a house, and somebody had to serve face. And y'all was first. And when I say y'all set the tone, because I didn't care for nobody after that.
Who really went? That's what I want to know.
Huh? Who what?
Who really went first?
We really went first for real. No?
We went first. We gagged. We gagged. We gagged. Boo.
That's what I wrote. Gagging.
Yeah, I was gagging. It was really. I was like, okay, 10s. Like, definitely, y'all had did
Quick
that.
change. The background that gave me Beyonce tease from when she did that performance at the American Music Awards.
Yeah, like it was the whole setup. The whole setup. Oh.
Did she just fall?
You okay?
Is she all right? Is she okay?
World star.
World star. Okay. Okay.
It was the people coming out the background, out the room.
I don't think to laugh. I don't. But yeah, so Stasha saw face, of course. Like, who else? Like, there really was no other option.
Well, no,
get face. I'm just saying.
And the feathers and the wig.
I honestly thought that it was Milan that was selling face because no shade, she looked it over. How y'all started backstage, the whole production, what y'all did for that first episode, definitely top tier. I expected nothing less. She gave me continental talent, to be honest with you. So it was definitely top tier. Even I live for how they had the backdrop of her dancing. Like, hey, I gave y'all 10. Okay, I loved it.
Thank y'all. I'm good. I was leaning, like, dancing, and I was leaning back too far, and I gagged. I gagged. So yes, I fell in the chair, and I'm a real bad bitch. I'm back up here off the ground. Yeah, blame no production.
That was a visual representation of how I felt about the performance. I just fell out.
Okay. Okay.
Back up.
I mean, I don't think we need to talk about nobody else.
It was the beginning too, like with that walk in the air. That's the part I love right there.
it was like literally from beginning to end. It wasn't a
Yeah.
moment that was unnecessary or missed.
Great way to open up episode 3.
Even though they could have kept it for next week. So then we had was it Orichi? How you say it? That's how you say it.
Orichi, yes.
See, I'm getting that. They did all right.
What was they think? What did they do?
I'm trying to remember.
They were giving me Smooth Criminal vibes, like Michael. Yeah, the Smooth Criminal. That's why I wrote Smooth Criminal Jazzy.
Oh, that was the jazz one. They was real because in my mind I was like, when they gonna Vogue, and I don't feel like they ever did. It was all jazz.
I had said that they started
cute.
off slow.
It was cute.
Well, it wasn't memorable, obviously. So
it was all right. And then the Milans went. Yeah, I didn't care for their second performance.
What did the Milans do?
The 70s.
70s.
Yeah, she was in purple with the lipstick, and she looked like Cher.
Yeah,
And I live for it. I did.
The look.
I did. I lived for it. She was giving me Cher, and Malik was giving me Rick James. I was living. No shade.
Yes.
I was living. Bitch, Malik turned around the corner. I said, bitch, he's giving me Rick James, and I live. I know they trying to think I was shady, but I live.
The category the assignment was best dressed.
Yeah, it didn't feel best dressed. Like it was. I don't know.
Milan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then Lux went again. I don't even have no notes, so I don't know what they was giving.
They did futuristic. It was clip.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this very respectfully. I was confused. My homegirl was confused. They was confused. I kept asking, what was the error?
The future.
It was.
And give me some of that Bel Air, honey. I didn't understand, and yeah, it's my glass. I didn't understand until they said the critique. I was like, oh, okay. Like I said, once again, not to take away from the performance, but I felt like, you saw with the interview with Johnny, and it was like he said, I feel like y'all didn't have nothing prepared.
There was no plan.
I felt that.
And you could tell. Yeah, it was obvious.
And I was like, damn, y'all already lost a member. And it was like, damn.
The member hurt them? Because, we saw Gucci do it last season. Now, it wasn't week 1. It was close to it. It was only like week 2 or 3, though. It wasn't that far in.
Let me tell y'all something. Ain't no excuses, girl. We in season 2.
I agree. I agree with that. Like you said, you had a blueprint. You see how it was done.
Move.
So you know what it's given.
Move.
Okay. So let's. Oh yeah, I just wrote no. And then Icon win.
They did they had the right.
The who?
The Dream Girl looks.
The Dream Girls. I like that they look. No shade.
The wigs threw me off. Is that the ones I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I think that's the
It gave me Beethoven.
They did. Yeah, they did the Dream Girls. I liked it. I liked.
No, hold on, baby. Hold on. Let's they did like this the 70s.
Yeah, that's what
70s.
I thought it was 60s.
I don't know what it was, but
that was the one that was like Hairspray, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hairspray mixed with Dream Girl. So it was 60s.
Yeah, it gave me Hairspray vibes.
Yeah, it was like you got to think about the way
like, stop the beat.
The looks were cute. It was just the wigs.
No, the wigs was correct. The beat.
It went. It just I'm talking for me. I'm speaking for me.
Well, what kind of wig would you wear?
It was just they looked. I don't know. They just look there, like he said, like a George Washington wig, like the ones you just put on. It was never really for nothing. That's
The,
just what
to me, the one who was giving face, I don't know the young lady's name, but I can't remember. I'm sorry, but her wig was correct to me. It was more of the updos that was giving me more so.
That was Collie Cat, my baby Collie Cat. Yeah.
Thank you. And so it was just more so of the updos that were higher to me that was setting it back a little bit. But I still think that she gave good face though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that for her. I really did. I really did. And it was cute how you Jamil as the manager, quote unquote, doing that scene, and they did runway. They stepped out their element and did runway. Little do y'all know Z does do runway a little bit as well. So it was kind of cute to see the whole house in drag. 'Cause when I was like, bitch, did drag.
That was cute.
yeah.
I
It
was
was
like, okay, it was cute.
it was bad. I gave him an 8. That's what
But
I
the Miss Charlene, that did not pass me. The Miss Charlene's shoe, I caught that.
Who?
The Miss Charlene shoe. I peeked that and I was like, well, maybe they couldn't find her the same shoe, like, because I wanted, to wear a heel too, but, me being a pickings, sometimes the shoe don't quit, it must not fit. So, so I can sympathize with that, but they could have gave her a better shoe than them damn Charlene's, no shade.
Not sure names.
So then we have Balenciaga.
It took me a second to realize they're going for My Fair Lady.
Yeah.
Because at first I wrote what was the theme, and then I heard them say My Fair Lady, and I was like, oh, I thought it was like a merry-go-round, but merry-go-round wasn't really Hollywood, so I was still lost.
I said the same thing too, because I was like literally talking to them, and I kept looking like, what is this look giving? And then when my housemate was like, it's My Fair Lady, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they were served. The face was served to me, but I was confused by the look.
Yeah.
I was so like, go ahead, Shannon. Y'all, it was the opening for me when she was on the ground, and that she talked about her falling from the last episode, and she brought it to the perform with this episode to say,
I'm gonna start.
So right, I'm gonna start here, start from the bottom. I'm here, and it gave very much. She was smart about it because she knew it was gonna play on TV. So let me do this so we can play on it. And I got my award. How she ended with her award. It was very theatrical. I live for that moment. I did. There's no shade. I live for that moment.
The strobe lights, when they started the strobe lights, and then like that part right there had me.
It gave. We could do that too.
I learned, right? Y'all start figuring it out, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, for Honey to have been missing for however many days, I don't know, but for Honey to have missed practice and then came back and still was able to execute.
So here's the tea.
I mean, it's Honey. So
here's the tea.
I want to hear it.
Not everybody turned.
The way they filmed that, I'm not gonna speak. I'm not Balenciaga, so I don't know if she was in practice, or but it was. It could be right. That could be right because I'm just trying to think. That could. Huh?
So at that time, she just listening. I forgot about him at that time. Oh, I forgot it.
I'm gonna say this: how they did it made sense to y'all, but behind the scenes, it didn't make sense, I guess, until we found out. They did. I must say they did good on that editing. They did good on that editing. I didn't know at that time that she was going through that. Of course, we're not supposed to know because we're not in that house. But for me, I was seeing her go to practice and rehearsal on a day-to-day basis. So I didn't know until they made the announcement. After, of course, we recorded the episode that, it happened. So, of course, I sent my love and light to the situation. But it was just the way how production is painted and then what happened behind the scenes. It didn't seem right, but, I'm going to just say, leave right there.
Okay. But she made it. They did well. They got high scores. They got really high scores. They tied y'all. Surprise. And then Mugler came out. It was foul.
It's no shade. I'm gonna say this right now. I feel like they're giving the Muglers a lot of fever, and I'm really not liking it. I'm really not here for it. I didn't agree with those scores, bitch. The look was over. The production from start to finish was over. Bitch, you had motherfucking Tati out there selling face and voguing, bitch, in a dress. Girl, stop playing with them, girl. Stop playing with them.
So Paris, you know you're a big Drag Race fan like me. When I saw that look, it gave got me. What's more, girl, baby? When I saw that, I was like, bitch. Now this is what I'm talking about. Now this right here, yeah.
They should have got to work higher for sure.
Way higher. They played with it.
Yes, their framework was nice too.
Can we have just a moment for their look?
The look.
That pretty look.
I was here for it.
Yeah, it was good as fuck.
That was dope.
The look, the cut up like suits and like that was best dressed for $100,000.
That was
That was.
They came for it. They did.
Period.
They
And
deserve
it's
better.
like when I saw their look, I know we was looking good, but when I saw their look, I was like, oh, these bitches really came for us. Okay, bloodline, we understand. Okay. That's what it is. Y'all cute.
And then last but not least,
Tishy.
yes, they came through and just
Yes.
you can at them. I was low key mad they did so good because I was really rooting for y'all. Because I was like, if y'all tied with the Balenciagas, what was y'all gonna do? Battle out for the win? I was like, that's cute. But
So again, the assignment was best for.
And see, the thing with the T-Sheets is they line up. They have another. That's a lineup of professional people.
yes,
Have experience not only in the arts, but in television, in the industry as well. So I expected nothing less of them. No shade, like our songs, the movie,
Best dress.
and the Balenciagas already went in. I already said they was gonna be my top 4 houses. Like,
And I expected best
yeah. Because I'm gonna be
dress.
honest, I don't really remember what they had on. I remember the performance, but I don't
It was
really remember
very 80s.
what.
they had that 80s.
It was like Club Kid 80s, like very Studio 52.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jerry
yes.
Curl.
Yeah, I remember.
Like so it pops. Like it was lit.
It was the intro. Start to finish.
Yes, it was always intro. It's bitch. No shade.
They did. They came strong.
I just knew in that moment.
Still mad about it.
In that moment, I just knew. Not only they did runway, and they don't do runway
Mm-hmm.
because Gia. Not only did runway, but they fucked that old way up like it was motherfucking on Tuesday at a motherfucking taco bar.
I'm still mad about it. And I'm
But
sorry
they're
because I was like, bitch, we did good. Bitch, y'all not supposed to come out and do that better than us. Like,
That's
what the fuck
exactly
is
how
y'all
I feel.
thinking? What was the reason?
I really felt like they was mad at us, and they just went on the stage and just stuck a mud hole like that.
When they did this, it was a shoulder for me. It still did.
Yes. So go ahead.
I was gonna say one thing that Devin had pointed out earlier that I didn't pay attention to until I got home and rewatched it again was how Simone was turned around for majority of it.
Oh
And then
yes, I gagged at that. It was the Simone being turned around for like 30 to 40 seconds of the performance before you even got to see her face. I was like, okay.
And then when you see
Okay.
it,
And then and then you saw, I was like, bitch, yes.
gorgeous. That's what I wrote. Face in all caps, gorgeous.
I did. I loved it.
It was a muggy situation.
Yes.
It made me say, private dancer, dancing for money.
So bottom two was Lux again and Mulan. Was that it? Lux and Mulan. And we had Becky again. And Mulan had who?
Malik.
Oh yes. Oh, with the wig. I remember with the bangs, bitch.
The battle of Rick James. Mm-hmm.
And again, production with these battles, they got to do better. Like, it's really hard to see the battle. It's really hard to see, and I don't like it. I don't appreciate it as a viewer. It's upsetting me and my homegirl.
Oh yeah, homegirl. Yeah, let me get straight to it, baby.
Let's go.
Malik, his coochie pop, his fanny pack, his booty pop on that floor.
But we couldn't.
But y'all couldn't really see it.
We didn't see none of that.
And that's when I knew that in my heart I would never vote like that. But that motherfucker did he voted, and I'm sorry that the camera didn't see the essence of his performance like that because he voted. Now Becky on the other hand, I'm gonna be Miss Arabella. She spent too much time trying to flip, and the critique, which they did not say on the show, but they were saying that she was doing too much stunts, basically, and it took away from the performance, and that's what she gave last week.
It wasn't what she did last week. I mean, it was. I guess. I mean, is she the strongest one in their house? Because I'm like, nobody else could go. I mean, I know if they like somebody. I mean, I know it's smart if they already like somebody, put them out there. But
no, the other person that's actually really acrobatic, it's a Vogue, like that, the Vogue and Demon. That's the one that got his hand. I mean, they could send Akasha out, but at the same time, some of Akasha's elements aren't as strong. So I think that was like the thing. I'm shut up.
No shade. Nemo could have went out there because
I was getting to that actually. Nemo should have went out there. My dad should have went out there. No.
Like Nemo should have went out there because it would have matched what Malik was, because you have Southern Clan, in the Carolinas, Nemo also played around with what he did. He done really was a twist as well. So he could have really, went against Malik, and it could have really just like gave like, dang, who I really want to vote for. So I was like, damn, Nemo, you could have really went out there and saved your house. No shade.
And Nemo can vogue, like Nemo can actually vogue, and it's very creative. And I was really disappointed to not see him like put himself up to battle. Um, but I also understand why. But I really wish he would have. And it's like that's my only thing looking back that I can even say to him. Like I wish he would have battled. I wish they, I wish America, I wish the world could have seen you battle to see what you bring on the runway besides, being a father and like your categories, like to actually see you battle, like because he's so creative and I know he is.
Okay, so what's who was it? Lux
I
ended
was
up on
glad
him.
that the shit was over.
You said you was glad it was over.
So,
1 to 3 hours of your life.
I feel like, with 10 houses, it was a mistake. They should have kept it at 7. It's no shade. I feel like it was way overpopulated with a lot of filler houses, honestly, just people to just fill the episodes.
Ooh.
Now we getting down to nitty gritty. Like I said, the top 4 was obvious from the day y'all dropped the motherfucking promos. We all knew that y'all was gonna be the heavy hitters of the show. And obviously from motherfucking episode 1, with the first challenge, Best Dressed with Faith, the top 4 houses is how I saw it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now we got the House of Lux out the way. I hope that, Milan does something different this up and coming episode, as well as the House of Icon. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like underdog story. Um, but I want to get into some behind the scene things. I have some questions to ask the girls.
Okay.
So how work as a team? Like when it came down to y'all coming up with the concept for y'all different challenges, like how was that process for y'all?
Don't look, Tonka, don't look over here, bitch. I mean, go ahead. I mean, you always ready. Okay.
Now, what was the question?
How was of you guys as a team coming together for like ideas, and how did y'all basically how did y'all put together y'all's productions when it came down to y'all working as a team?
Honestly, it gave very much. Mom sat back and let the kids talk, discuss, argue. And when it was time for mother to come in, mother came in and got us together. And it took for her to listen to us, go through our bib and babble. And even when she wanted to say, well, I have an idea, and we was like, well, we trying to do this, and we think you should do this. And she said, okay, go ahead. And when we got to a spot where we got stuck, we looked at her like, and it gave like, I told you should listen to mother. And it's like, okay, all right, we listening now. So it gave that really family vibe, atmosphere. We gonna argue, we gonna bicker, but at the end of the day, we knew what we had to do, and we had a trust process.
No, it is funny because, baby, that rehearsal space was a safe zone. It was a safe space. Like we poured our emotion into each other. Like it was like between me and Egypt trying to come up with like choreography. Tonka is like I think I think everybody had that role where it was like if you didn't play your role, something was off, and we were like we didn't make it. Like um Tonka, like especially like those first 2 weeks, like I needed every bit of support and encouragement and love that like Tonka gave, like sent my way, like I needed it. And I didn't even know I needed it until like y'all when like production came into the room Like it was like, oh, this is different. Like we got real choreographers in the room. They breaking our shit down. They telling us we shouldn't do that and we need to do that. Like I was just like, oh shit. Like what? Like none of this is good. Like pull this, add that, do this. Why don't you do that? You should do this. Pull that. Move this over here. That should go there. And it's like, okay.
So
I
what?
think if it wasn't for Tonka's like support and love, and for Sasha being the mother that she is, like we would have fell apart like episode one. We would have like our grandma would have fell apart if it wasn't for Sasha being able to see the big picture, for Tonka, the love that he had for all of us, for Egypt and being able to understand the details, for Milan not allowing the moments to be missed. Like those were the big things. It was like, yeah, I can come up with a piece of the structure, but after the structure, what do you have? All you have is a foundation, and it took all of us to like build the final product.
So after watching season one and now going through the process yourself,
Oh,
um,
I have so much respect for you,
would you
baby.
say your idea or your opinion about the show changed?
Um, I think absolutely. I think the biggest thing is like me respecting like all of you more. Not just as people, in ballroom, um, but as being like vulnerable, like the people you are because of what the competition actually does to you. Like as a person, like what it brings out of you. You being that vulnerable to allow yourself to be seen, even to allow yourself to cry on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like that takes a lot. That takes a lot of heart. That takes a lot of courage. Um, and it's funny because I watched season one as a viewer, right? But like while I was in the competition, I watched it again. Like as a person in the competition, it's like, ooh, bitch, y'all did y'all shit. Like y'all did y'all shit. Like it's like, oh no, y'all, they did their shit. Like, and to even know, because we were told like y'all had less time than us. Like to even know that, like I can't do anything but tip my hat to y'all. And it really sucks that COVID like happened when it happened. It really does because y'all season was like so amazing. And like I really tip y'all. I tip my hat to all of you for being able to like open up the door for all of us and being the amazing people y'all are. Like not just people who vote, not just people are in ballroom, but people, people for being the amazing people that you are to be humble enough to like want to do what y'all done to like set the stage for us.
Mhm.
Well, I got a question as well, and it's for the three of y'all, for Paris, Tonka, and Savion. So, when it comes to the judges and the guest judges that haven't been involved with ballroom, how do y'all feel about like their scores and critiques and stuff like that? Like, how do y'all receive it?
Well, because at the end of that, girl, they had some fab judges this season. I'm saying, no shade. For me, like for the experience, I didn't really care. My whole thing was like embracing the moment. You know what I mean? Like this is
Mm.
once in a life chance opportunity. You getting to meet these people because of the opportunity and where you are. So like to me, it wasn't like I was being so particular on them and saying like, well, they don't know shit about this. They shouldn't be judging me. I was more so like, bitch, thank God I got to meet you. Hey, but but the judges, for some strange reason, it was like the guest judges to me always did better than the actual panel. Like it almost seemed like they had somewhat of a knowledge of what they were coming to do. It wasn't like they coming on there to boost their morale, if that makes sense. That was my perspective from our season. I'm still curious to see. Like I loved Uncle Clifford, bitch. Uncle Clifford What's the tea? Girl, no shade.
It was good.
Him and another guest judge. My favorite. Everybody else. Sorry.
It gave what's going on there.
Girl, what's going on over there? And they gave very much that. Girl, what's going on over there? I will come off the stage and give you a nice little shake, like, girl, wake up. Okay, but to answer your question fully, and professionally, the guest judges for me this season, I had two of my favorite. They was very insightful, uplifting, and they cared. For the other guest judges that you will see, it gave very much. This is my first time at a ball, and I'm just here living in this moment, and I'm just gonna say what I need to say or feel what I feel like I need to say, and that's it. And that's all I got for tonight on that.
Well, I'll say I went into the competition. Everybody in our house knows, like, I can be kind of fierce. I can be kind of shady. I got a little piece of a mouth on me. So I was like, I was really ready for law. Like, I was ready for law. I was like, I said it. The first time he say something to me, baby, it is going down. Hand me the mic. But law actually became, like, my favorite judge. And it was like, and not because of, anything other than, like, I just felt like he was just being fair. Like, I didn't feel like he was being, like, really shady towards us. So I just was like, oh, law is cool. Other than that, like, I'll say Nico is, like, that's my forever favorite as far as a guest judge. His energy, like, on the side was just amazing. So I can't even go into detail, like, just how amazing it was. I mean, y'all saw, like, it was almost like he should be a judge on the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, overall, it was a good 3 episodes. It was the issues we're gonna blame on production. Hopefully they get it together. They got some time, apparently. Maybe season 3, maybe we'll have an audience and better producers. But I want to thank y'all for joining us tonight. It has been lovely. We've been on here for an hour and a half talking about 3 episodes. It was a lot to talk about, but we appreciate y'all. And we want y'all to keep doing y'all thing. I am rooting for y'all. Y'all my favorite house right now. So just keep it up. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. And I don't know if y'all see my nice little shirt over here, but it's a UB shirt. And it says that everyone has an HIV status. And so if you do not know yours, UBE, if you're in the DFW area, go ahead and call 214-393-3700 and we can get you tested. And if you're negative, we can get you on PrEP or whatever we need to do, get you whatever resources you need over here at the United Black Ellument. Okay?
It is up.
It's what? Stuck. Well, hopefully you don't get nothing that gets stuck, because that's not cute. But all right, y'all. Thank you. Y'all have anything to add? Any final thoughts?
Well, I just want to shout out to season 2. Y'all put me back on the scene. You know what I'm saying? I've been having a lot of celebrity moments in the club here, and like, oh my God, using hair. I'm like, oh well, shit. I guess I still am, huh? But y'all are definitely doing y'all shit on the show. End of the season, y'all are definitely my top pick for winning this $100,000. And I just look forward to watching the remainder of the season. And congratulations to y'all for joining the legendary fam.
Yes, so y'all come back, join us next week. We're gonna have more cast members. We're gonna be right back here, same day, same time, all of that. We love y'all, and we'll have y'all back soon, I'm sure.
Right,
We're gonna see y'all again.
Thank you so much for coming out, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.